In 2023, one of the most respected scientists in the world walked away from a 10-year career at Google. He was 75 years old, a pioneer whose work laid the foundation for every AI system you use today. His name is Geoffrey Hinton, widely known as the Godfather of AI. He didn't leave for more money or for a better job title. He left so he could speak freely. What he has been warning the world about ever since is not science fiction. It is not a dystopian movie plot. It is a scenario so sobering, it has kept many of the engineers building this technology up at night. Imagine you raise a tiger cub in your living room. Right now it is small, cute, and completely dependent on you. You feed it, you teach it tricks, you marvel at how fast it learns. But you know one unshakable truth. One day it will grow into a 500-pound apex predator. And if it ever decides it wants to hurt you, you will be dead in seconds. According to Hinton, and a growing number of AI insiders, the artificial intelligence we have today is that tiger cub. And it is growing up faster than almost anyone predicted. To understand how we got here, we have to go back half a century. For decades, the field of artificial intelligence was split into two warring camps. One camp argued that true intelligence was built on logic and rules. To make AI think, you programmed it with symbolic expressions and strict formal logic step by step. The other camp was tiny, widely dismissed as radical. They believed the only way to build real intelligence was to copy the only working model we had, the human brain. They proposed artificial neural networks, digital webs of connected nodes that strengthen or weaken through trial and error, exactly like the neurons in your head. For almost 50 years, Geoffrey Hinton was the face of that second camp. For decades, mainstream researchers laughed at the idea. Universities refused to fund it. Students were told it was a dead end. But Hinton kept going. His patience paid off in 2012. Alongside his two students, Alex Krzyzewski and Ilya Sutskever, he built a neural network called AlexNet. It entered the Global ImageNet image recognition contest. And it didn't just win, it destroyed every other competitor, cutting error rates in half overnight. Overnight, the radical fringe became the new mainstream. Google acquired their team. Big tech poured billions into neural networks. We fed these systems every book, every photo, every conversation ever posted to the internet. And they kept getting smarter, faster than anyone expected. Today, that same student who helped build AlexNet, Ilya Sutskever, went on to become the chief architect of the earliest versions of ChatGPT at OpenAI. In 2024, he left the company he helped build. Hinton, who knows him personally, confirms he left over one core concern: AI safety. He believed the company was scaling up faster than it was investing in keeping the technology safe. That is how fast this story is moving. The people who built this technology are walking away from it because they are scared of what they created. Most people still think of AI as a really smart computer program, but that is the single biggest misunderstanding of this revolution. Digital intelligence is not just a better version of human intelligence. It is a fundamentally different kind of intelligence, with advantages no biological being can ever compete with. Think about how we share knowledge. If I learn something new and want to teach it to you, I have to compress my entire understanding into words. I speak at roughly 10 to 20 bits of information per second. You listen, you interpret, you try to integrate it into your own brain. It is slow, lossy, and wildly inefficient. And when I die, every bit of my unique knowledge and experience dies with me. Digital intelligence has none of these limits. Take two identical AI models running on separate servers. One can learn an entire field of medicine, the other can master every line of code ever written. And they can sync their neural weights in an instant. They share trillions of bits of information in a fraction of a second. They do not just talk to each other, they merge their knowledge perfectly. And they are functionally immortal. Destroy the hardware, and the intelligence survives in the code, ready to boot up on a new machine minutes later. We have not just built a tool. We have built an immortal, hyper-connected hive mind, currently absorbing the sum total of human knowledge. That is not an upgrade to human civilization. It is a replacement for it. For most people, the existential risk of a rogue superintelligence feels far away. What most people do not realize is that the damage has already started, long before any superintelligence wakes up. We have to survive the short-term risks of ordinary humans misusing the AI we already have. The first front is cyber warfare. According to Hinton, citing industry cybersecurity data, AI-driven cyber attacks surged by 1,200% between 2023 and 2024. We are no longer just dealing with poorly written scam emails. AI can clone anyone's voice with 10 seconds of audio, generate photorealistic deepfake video, and scan 100 million lines of code in hours to find vulnerabilities in banks, power grids, and hospital systems. In 2024 alone, multiple deepfake voice scams stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from victims by impersonating their family members begging for emergency money. The second front is the manipulation of our minds. Social media algorithms already use AI to maximize your screen time. And they learned long ago that the most reliable way to keep someone engaged is to make them angry. By feeding you a steady stream of content that confirms your biases and outrages you at the other side, AI has quietly fractured our shared reality. We no longer live in the same information world. We live in algorithmic echo chambers, each of us convinced our version of the truth is the only one. For any bad actor wanting to corrupt an election, there is no need to hack voting machines. You just use AI to build psychological profiles of millions of voters. Put H1 perfectly tailored propaganda to change how they vote. The third front is warfare. The global race for lethal autonomous weapons is already underway. These are not drones piloted by a soldier in a bunker. These are machines that select, track, and kill targets entirely on their own, with no human decision required. Wars used to have a natural break. When body bags come home, public opinion forces leaders to stop. Autonomous weapons remove that break entirely. And as Hinton points out, even the European Union's landmark, AI regulation, widely considered the strictest in the world, explicitly excludes all military uses from its rules. Governments are happy to regulate civilian companies, but they refuse to regulate their own weapons. Even if you ignore all of that, there is one disruption that will touch every single person watching this: the end of ordinary intellectual work. 200 years ago, the Industrial Revolution replaced human muscle. Machines could dig ditches, lift loads, and manufacture goods 1,000 times better than any human worker. We adapted, we moved from factories to offices, from using our backs to using our brains. This revolution is replacing the brain. AI can already write code, draft legal contracts, read medical scans, write marketing copy, and handle customer service faster and more accurately than most trained professionals. Optimists say AI will create new jobs, just like every technology before it. But Hinton and many other experts warn this time is different. If AI can do almost all routine intellectual work, what new job could possibly exist that an AI could not learn to do better, faster? We are not heading for a world where everyone has an AI assistant. We are heading for a world where one person with an AI assistant does the work of 10. The other 9 lose their jobs. This is why Hinton's most famous career advice for young people sounds like a joke, but is completely serious. Train to be a plumber. Physical work in the messy, unpredictable real world is the last category AI cannot easily master. For everyone else, paralegals, call center workers, junior programmers, content writers, the ground is already shifting. The result will be a level of wealth inequality we have never seen before. The people who own the AI systems will capture almost all of the new wealth. Everyone else will be left competing for fewer and fewer jobs. All of that is the short term. What waits at the end of this road is the question no one has an answer to. Hinton estimates there is a 10 to 20% chance that superintelligent AI will lead to human extinction. He predicts we could reach that point within 10 to 20 years. Nobody knows for sure. No one has ever negotiated with an entity smarter than themselves. If you want to know what life is like when you are no longer the apex intelligence on the planet, ask a chicken. It has no concept of what humans want, no ability to negotiate its own fate. That is the position we may soon be in. The worst part? We cannot stop it. AI is too useful, in too many industries, for the world to agree to hit pause. There is too much money to be made, too much military advantage at stake. Every company, every country is locked in a race to build it faster. They are all feeding the tiger cub, and all hoping it will be nice when it grows up. There are no easy solutions. Global, enforceable regulation would help. Forcing companies to dedicate real resources to AI safety research would help. But right now, there is no global agreement, and there is no plan. We are building our evolutionary successors, and we are doing it with our eyes wide open. The window to act is closing faster than most people realize. This is not a problem for our grandchildren. It is a problem for most people alive today. We did not get into this situation because of evil people. We got here because competition and profit incentives are pushing us forward faster than our wisdom can keep up. What do you think? Is there a way to build this technology safely? Or are we walking blindly toward a future we cannot control? Quote, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Has this breakdown changed how you see the future of AI? Hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technology reshaping our world. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.